All right, what's going on, everyone? Happy Friday, and welcome to another Inter Miami Journeyman career mode. Rafi, first one in the chat today. What's going on, man? It's going to be exciting stuff, though, with Inter Miami. We're finishing our first season. Transfer window is open. And we're trying to lift the MLS Cup and then hopefully receive some job offers and potentially move to a new country. Maybe in Europe. We'll have to see what happens. I've been doing some experiments, actually. And I received offers from a lot of countries. Belgium included, the Netherlands, Brazil. That might be interesting. But I appreciate you that are already in the chat. We've got Tom M6 Games, Suchu, and Florino. Is this career mode going to be weekly? Well, more than weekly. It's going to be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. At least that's the plan right now. I found like we can usually complete a season in about 3 streams. So hopefully we'll be doing a new Journeyman team every week. We'll let a couple more people hop into the stream. Yeah, we'll chill for a little bit. You can take a look at the league tables, the top goal scorers. We're about 3/4 of the way through the MLS season. And if you guys aren't familiar, MLS is really unique in that they have a playoff system. So you can see we're in first place right now by a pretty fair margin. So we'll finish as the #1 seed. And then we'll end up playing teams that are in the lower seeds. So maybe the 6th place FC Cincinnati, something like Columbus Crew. And then once we hopefully finish first in our conference, we'll play the team from the other conference. Oh, those days of the Southampton career mode. Well, we're back with it. But yeah, I know what you mean. FIFA 17 Southampton was a vibe, but FIFA 21 Southampton's a vibe as well. Maybe go to a team like PSV or Benfica because they have face scans. Yeah, that's kind of my plan. Portugal would also be really interesting. Ligue NOS. We'll just have to see. Ultimately, it's like I found it's kind of random, so I don't necessarily know which clubs are going to offer me a job, but I had to run some experiments just to make sure we would get a job offer, and that seems to be the case. But it looks like we have a couple people in the stream now. Let me quickly tweet that we're live. And then we can get going here. Okay, we are all set up on Twitter. We're all set up with the live stream. If you haven't already, feel free to leave a like on the video. Always a good way to support the channel and the streams. Let's hop into this screen and take a look at the current squad, just in case you might not have seen the last few streams. We have made 2 signings for this Inter Miami squad. DeAndre Yedlin at the right back position. And then we've also brought in Giroud to go alongside Higuain, who's also a new addition at Inter Miami, to be fair, alongside Matt Tweedy. Robinson is our homegrown player, and there was a really great idea that we'll bring him along to whatever team we end up managing. So I'll make it so once we receive a job offer, I might end up doing a swap deal with that team for one of their players, and then Robinson will go over to them, or maybe we'll put him on a really low release clause. We'll have to see. But we are in the transfer window, and I think the only improvement that we could make to this team is at the left back position. You can see our lowest current starting 11 player is Reyes, but we do have a injured center back who should be back soon. So I think we're pretty sorted for the center back position. We can sign a replacement for Sweat, and we've got about 5 million to work with in the transfer budget. Yo, Abdul Ram, what's going on, man? I see you in the comments section all the time. Glad you're able to hop into one of the streams. Jason, the situation. Yo, nice name. Vidal would be a good shout for career mode. Yeah, I think maybe for the next team that we manage. Also, we've got a load of regen players that should be popping up next season. Maybe buy an old center back. Yeah, I think an older defender might be a vibe because, you know, that is a pretty common situation in MLS. We sort of did that with Giroud. I don't even know how old he is, 33. So yeah, that wouldn't necessarily be unrealistic. Yedlin was also somewhat realistic because he started his career at the Seattle Sounders. Dotsan, yeah, I appreciate that, man. That's always the sort of vibe I try to give off to this community. Trying to be inclusive of everyone, give off some good vibes. Cosmic Sword, what's going on, dude? And Josh was saying maybe Anthony Robinson for left back from Fulham because he's American. That's a good shout. Let's over to the transfer tab. We have a few players on the short list. But yeah, Robinson's an exciting player. I've seen a couple of matches from the U.S. men's national team. And hey, he's the first player to show up here. Yeah, we'll have to scout him out. 24 days remaining, so that's within the transfer window. I'll show you our shortlist. We sort by position, that might be easier. Yeah, we've got a load of German left backs right now. Katterbach from Köln. That's about right for what I would want for a rating, 71 overall. Not the best left back in the Bundesliga, but really solid, especially considering they have another good left back in Horn. But Jakob from Augsburg, not a bad player as well. Agu is a popular player in career mode this season. And a couple of young center backs. Yeah, the new MLS background's really nice. I'm not sure if this is a feature for they do for every league, but I saw it for some of the mods that you could have done in FIFA 20. They made it so you can like customize the background, but this is a nice look in all honesty. But if you have any other players you want me to add to the transfer list, go ahead and put them in chat. We've got a month to do so. Just improve the squad even more from what we have right now. Maybe someone from the Champions. You mean the Championship, maybe? Hey, what's on, Chris? Welcome back to the stream. Yeah, we could look for an English Championship left back. I'm sure they have some good young prospects there. Interesting. Sako apparently is not a player. There's a bunch of Sakas. Yeah, always try to get those transfer suggestions down. But we can probably simulate for it a little bit. In all honesty, I think one of those young German left backs, or maybe even Robinson, will be the player we end up signing. You know, Chiellini, I'm not sure if he's actually going to be playing after this season. I'll have to pull up my notes tab to see which players are retiring. But I think Chiellini is retiring. Yeah, so he's going to have a really good regen next year. That's kind of what we did toward the end of the last stream. Yeah, we identified a bunch of these high overall players that are retiring at the end of the year. So essentially for a regen, they're going to have the same potential. So we should have a young Italian center back popping up in Serie A or the free agents next year that maybe we can sign. But I think today's stream is going to be pretty heavy for simulations and then a couple of interactive match sims once we get into the playoffs. I'll definitely play the MLS Cup final. Ooh, Alexander Kolarov might be a shout. Big fan of how he plays in game. Benedict Hodes, another one. Okay, 1-1 draw. I'm not too concerned about our league performance in all honesty. We have a pretty strong lead at the top of the table. Yeah, Greg, I've actually been following that as well. I saw on the news yesterday. It's super unfortunate for Louisiana because from what I understand, there was another hurricane that happened a month ago that kind of targeted the same area. So hopefully things are as well as they can be there. Ellen Franco from, oh, okay, from the Argentine leagues. I believe that's what it would be. You know, I haven't tried too many players from South America. Oh, interesting. He's apparently at Fulham, so maybe he made a transfer. You'll have to let me know because I've never used this guy in career mode. Jason, this is season 1. We're going to finish up season 1 in this stream, and then we'll review the job offers that are available, and then starting Monday's stream next week, we'll get things going with that team. Yo, what's up, Tobo? Okay, contract expiring in 6 months. This might be the transfer that we make. Did he sign for Inter from Roma IRL, or did he just end up transferring in this career mode? You have to let me know. He's still got the Roma kit on. Have I signed anyone new? That's what we're in the process of doing right now. Asuchu, you'll have to let me know who his brother is. And by the way, Higuain scored a really nice free kick goal for Inter Miami IRL just a couple of days ago, which I think is fitting because we had an interactive match sim and Higuain also scored a free kick there. So it was almost meant to be, you know. The IRL free kick followed the career mode free kick. Let that be known. Okay, so he is Inter. All right, well, let's simulate forward a little bit. And then I think by the end of July, then we'll make a decision on which left back to sign. Okay, Federico, that's what I needed to know. In all honesty, like I don't really mind who the transfer is because we're only going to have them for half a season. That's kind of the downside, and also the perk of doing this career mode is that we won't see a lot of player retention. Like essentially we could re-sign players from Inter Miami for our next team if we're like super attached to someone. But we can get a little bit unrealistic with the transfers. I'll have to see if I spelled his name right, but I'm not seeing him. Maybe Federico? Okay, Federico Higuain. Is that him, the center attacking mid? Playing for DC United? I didn't realize he was Higuain's brother. Like, I've heard of him play before, but I didn't realize they were brothers. I guess they do kind of look alike. And they both have the beard, right? I've seen a couple of suggestions now for Burnaby. We can shortlist him after this match. Another thing about these streams is that I'm able to like get to know some other career mode prospects, and this is really good for my YouTube saves as well, because ultimately like it's impossible for me to know every single player. I try to do like my research and sign different kinds of players over the course of the year, not just the same person for every career mode. But obviously with you guys playing the game as well, you're able to give me your suggestions on who works well for you. I think that's the beauty of a career mode community. Okay, Alexander Burnaby, a left back from Lanús, showing great potential. Okay, I like the looks of that. He has a release clause of not much more than what we have, so we could probably sign him if we make some transfer deals. I mean, in terms of free transfers, what I can do is check the free agents. I'm not sure how this works with the MLS schedule. Things are a little bit funky because our season is still going when the other seasons would have usually finished for European leagues. But let me check the free agents. I'll start with 1625 and then we'll search for some older players as well. It looks like some players have already been imported. No, actually, this guy started the career mode in the free agents because we scattered them out. I'm mostly looking for defenders, no left backs. Just this guy from... Is that Venezuela for the country? Not positive, but... Oh, yo, Brad Smith is a free agent. Guys, I think this might have to be the transfer. He signed for the Sounders IRL, but super quality player. Is it just me, or do we like have to make this transfer happen? 26 years old, has MLS experience. He spent some time in the English leagues. I don't know if this is just like my inner Sounders fan biasing the decision, but he's a quality player to bring in. I wonder how long he's been on the free agents right now. Yeah, it probably would be the most realistic. Well, we'll see. I'll finish the scouting report. And to be fair, we have signed one former Sounders player already in Yedlin. But yeah, we'll see how things go. I would guess Brad Smith is in the lower 70s. That would be my guess, yeah. Maybe upper 60s, but my guess would be lower 70s. I feel like I have a hair in my eye right now. Reggie Cannon. Yeah, I actually have Reggie Cannon shortlisted as a right back, but I tried making an approach for him and then he wasn't available. Yeah, he recently joined, so he won't move again. I think he also is out of our budget. Yo, what's going on, James? You guys just tuned into the stream. We're looking to finish up this first season with Inter Miami. We're going to make a little bit of a playoff run, make some transfers, and then hopefully accept an offer at the end of the stream. Still a lot of evaluation still needs to be done. Kolarov might be the move, though. He would definitely help our squad the most in terms of overall rating. Maybe a little bit unrealistic, but he is an older player. His contract's expiring. But it does seem like our form in the league has been pretty good. I mean, 2 wins and 2 draws in the month of July. Brad Smith final scouting report is in. Okay, 67. Kind of surprised to see his rating that low. But that does look like a game face. Either that or the player model is pretty decent. We've also got this free agent, 69 rated, not bad. 68 rated from Ecuador, not Venezuela. Meanwhile, we're still searching for the report on Robinson and Kolarov. Yeah, James, I'm not sure what's going on with Brad Smith in game. He did sign for the Sounders IRL, so maybe it's just the squad updates need to happen in FIFA. Meanwhile, Jerome Boateng to Inter for 32.9 million. Very interesting stuff there. I wonder if his rating's gone down. He starts at like I want to say an 84. And he's an 82. Yo, low-key, they overpaid for him. 23.5 million and only going down. They paid 33. I mean, that's a sick hit. And like Inter to Boateng to Inter is an interesting move, but in terms of like business, that's not a great bit of business. Wijnaldum to Juventus for 77 million. That's a pretty good transfer from RB Leipzig. And then Koulibaly to Manchester City for 136 million. Yeah, he literally just signed, James. Like, I'm not even sure if he's featured in a match for them yet, but it was like within the last few weeks. The Sounders are going and signing like a lot of their former players. Actually, Roman Torres, who used to play for Inter Miami, he also signed for the Sounders. But clearly things are working out for him this year. They're currently top of the West. I want to say by 3 points is from the latest table I saw, but our goal differential is much higher than the rest of the league. So hopefully they're able to keep their form. That's the interesting thing about MLS. Like, once playoffs come around, you might see some teams start performing really well, some teams dip in their form, and ultimately that decides who wins the MLS Cup. Yeah, we'll see what clubs are offering. Personally, I think the Pro League in Belgium would be pretty cool. Also, move to Portugal would be nice. Or maybe we just stay in North America and go to Mexico. Yeah, it could happen. I can't say that I've ever done a career mode in the Mexican League. Okay, it looks like we have a final scouting report on all our players. Yeah, I wish the Canadian League was in FIFA, to be fair. Or even Scotland. Like, the opportunities are endless. The options are endless. Okay, we still have this dude, who we know his value is at 4.8 million. Let me make sure I am scouting him, because I know he was suggested a couple times in the chat. Unfortunately, like, if we don't have a scouting report on him by the time the transfer window's over, then we probably won't go in for him. Okay, 4 days remaining, so we can still keep scouting. I think he'll be the last guy to come in. Literally the day before the transfer window closes, I think. And we are still in the cup as well. Man, if we can make this Kolarov deal happen. Oh, okay. This player isn't willing to move to a league that isn't competitive enough for his skills. All right, Kolarov. Meanwhile, Robinson won't play because he recently joined. We could try a loan offer. Right now, I think Robinson might be the move, or it might be that young Argentine left back. I'll kind of leave it up to y'all. It's going to be one of these two left backs, in my opinion. I mean, we could still go for one of these cone left backs, but we can rule out Kolarov. We either sign Robinson on loan or attempt to sign him on loan. Or we go after Bernabei, who looks like a really versatile player, to be fair. Hunter, you didn't miss too much. We're just in the transfer window right now. We're trying to improve our left back position. Haven't made any transfers yet, but yeah, it's going to be a very sim heavy stream up until the MLS Cup finals. Once we get into that, we'll do a couple of interactive sims, and then if we reach the final of that competition, we will definitely play through. We are also in the USL Cup, which is kind of our domestic cup here in the United States, or NA, I guess. Darmian and DeSiglio. We could go after like some of the higher overall players, but we've sort of done that already by bringing in Giroud. You know, I think I'm going to go after this guy. Looks like a really good player to use in game. Good pace, pretty decent defending. And I can't say I've used him yet, so apparently he won't move again. I wonder if we get like the release clause paid. We can make that happen. Okay, so we do need to reach his release clause, which is 8.7 million. So we've got to let some players go if we want that to happen. I think I have some players transfer listed. Yeah, we've got all these players transfer listed. And I think if we let those players go, like that should put us very close to the value that we need. Okay, so we have a whole nother month for the window. I'll go ahead and add that other player that you've been suggesting in the chat. Who was it? Is it Casase, maybe? That's how you pronounce it? Oh, this dude. Yeah, he's been suggested before in my streams. I'm guessing that's the A-League. I mean, it wouldn't be unrealistic to have some players from the A-League make the transfer over. Match against Philadelphia Union, always interesting. I think we won the last time around, but let's quick sim and see how this result goes. Okay, 2-0 again with Giroud scoring both of the goals. Yeah, I do have Agu in the short list. And as long as Higuain's happy, I'm happy. Okay, we are starting to get some transfer offers. Pellegrini's actually been pretty solid, so I don't necessarily want to let him go. But if we do accept this offer, that would put us enough for that left back. He's not a first choicer for me. He's someone that comes off the bench. I'll hold on to that offer for now. Okay, now we're starting to get some offers. Andres Reyes, a center back. This is good. 2.2 million from Toronto. Let's see if we can increase that a little bit. If I can get this up to like maybe 2.5, 2.7, I'll go ahead and accept this, even if it is from another MLS club. He's not going to be our starter. Let's just say 3. 2.4. All right, 2.7's my min. If we get up to 2.7, man, 2.4 is already above his current value. What do you guys think about this? He's not going to be our first choice once our other center back comes back from his injury. I just have a feeling we're going to play Toronto in the playoffs. That would bring us up to 7 million for the transfer budget. 55 for the wages. We could probably adjust that. 2.5. Surely they can go 100,000 higher. All right, 2-5. And hopefully that'll be enough. If not, we probably just need to let one more player go. Yo, meanwhile, speaking of Carlos Vela, one of you guys were saying that we should sign him. I don't know if you saw it in the news conference, but he is going to Juventus. Let's quickly go through this press conference and highlight that. I'm wondering what his overall value is at this point for him to be worth 50+ million. Okay, apparently the Reyes deal went through. And Carlos Vela, 31 years old, 82 overall, worth 31.5. He went to Juventus for 51.6. Yo, what's up, Abdul Rahman? Yusuf Kone? I do remember him from my Lyon career mode challenge that I did last FIFA. Yeah, he was decent. He was decent for sure. Some interesting transfers going down. I think I saw Lucas Leiva also going to Inter. Well, actually, let's first check and see if we got the funds we need to sign Bernabei. 8.7. If we adjust the wages, we're still short. All right, so we need to let one more player go. Get 1 or 2 million, and then we should be set. The last thing we need right now is to suffer an injury to one of our center backs. So hopefully that doesn't happen before we get the other dude back. Because right now McCoon and Gonzalo Perez are kind of our only proper center backs. You know, Hunter, what I've found, like, I'm still early on in like my career mode simulations, but I think if you set up development plans correctly and really focus on the statistics where a player is lacking, we can use like James Ward-Prowse as an example. He's kind of lacking in his pace for a center mid. I switched the development plan to box, which really boosts the pace up over the course of the season, and his overall has gone up considerably. Like, I'm not able to check the amount, but I want to say he's gotten up from a 79 to an 83 within one season, which for a 25, 26-year-old, that's a pretty big increase over the course of 1 year. Chris, the thing about like our center back situation is like we have other players that can play center back. Like I think De La Garza and really all of these players right here should be fine to play center back for us if we need them to fill in for a game. But we're getting Figal back. And with the cup approaching, like, yeah, I think we're all right for squad depth there. We just need to get by until our first team center back is back. Mike, I appreciate that, man. That's cool to have some subscribers from India. We were talking in the chat like where everyone's from, and it's always super interesting. Like I can get that to an extent with like when I look through my YouTube analytics, but also seeing like I guess a person or a name associated with the country is always cool. Although if we really want to improve our center back depth, we could check out the free agents tab just in case. Yeah, Hunter, like generally the development plan I use is balanced just to get an idea for how players grow. I think that's like your safe bet. But for someone like Ward-Prowse, who's already really gifted for a lot of his attributes, he's just lacking in the pace. Then go ahead and do that. A sub from Antarctica. Yeah, that would be interesting. I'm not even sure if that shows up in my analytics. I know Calix. I don't know if any of you guys watch Calix, but he like did a video from he didn't have like a subscriber from a certain country, so he went to that country and got someone to subscribe to his channel, which is pretty funny. And Connor Cody to Fiorentina, another interesting transfer. Cosmic Sword, I feel like you've said where you're from. I can't remember though. Also, what's going on, Angus? Yeah, definitely watched that video from Calix. It was pretty funny. And he found like a group of people, and one dude was like on holiday or on vacation, and he is subscribed to him, so he got like all of his friends to subscribe. And yeah, he like in real time saw his analytics pop up for that country. It was pretty funny. We've needed to let one player go, though. I'm trying to make this transfer happen. I'm also going to give Pellegrini the start because he has not been happy with his playtime. At this point, we just need to make sure that we keep our morale in good shape just till we get to the playoffs. Yeah, Chris, I more or less like live in the suburbs of Seattle, so not necessarily in like downtown or anything, but pretty close by. What was I going to do? Pellegrini, the left mid position. Robinson will get a break. I'm sure he'll come in as a substitute. Yeah, Club Bruges could be a move. Speaking of Bruges, yo, I've even got the coffee mug. I'll see if I can show this in the chat. Like, if you guys can see it. I went to Bruges last summer when we were still able to travel. And that was a really cool city. Definitely like one of the top cities I visited in Europe. If we get a Club Bruges offer, that would be meant to be. Yeah, Chris, I go to Bothell all the time. Yeah. Some of my friends like live a little bit further north in Washington, so that's kind of like the halfway point between us. Yeah, Bothell's a cool spot. Come live in Europe instead of the US. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's been weird, and it's like something I've always like considered maybe at some point in my life, because I have the ability to do that. Like I was born in Germany, and I've lived pretty much my entire life here in the United States, so I have dual citizenship. If I ever wanted to move to Europe, I could. But yeah, it's weird. Like I've built up my life here in the US, and it's an interesting one for sure. Still waiting on those funds though. See, this is a time where like in past FIFAs you could go and request funds from the board. Gosh, when was the last FIFA that was available? Like FIFA 17? I don't even know if it was available then. I don't know if I already mentioned it, but thanks, Luca. Glad you're enjoying the videos. Oh, from Somalia. Cool stuff, Mustafa. Go to Celtic or Rangers? Yeah, it's going to be interesting. That's actually the second request I've seen for me to go to the Scottish League. Yo, James, actually both. My mom is German. My dad was in the army. Yeah, for the US. So. And there you go. Jorge Figal returns from injury. Yeah, Greg, if we make it to the MLS Cup final, I'll definitely play that match in game. Any of the playoff matches, I think we're going to interactive match them because they are still important. I think it would be cool to watch them through. And if we need to, we can jump in. Honestly, like winning MLS Cup this season is a big priority for me. And I don't want to leave it entirely to simulation. So if things go bad and we like go down by a goal or two, we can hop on in and hopefully recover. But just about a month left. We need to hopefully have a transfer go through so we can make this left back signing. You know, James, I've actually been noticing less injuries, if any, to be completely honest. Like for Southampton, I think we've had like maybe 1 or 2 injuries and it wasn't even to our first team. Yeah, I didn't even realize for that. The Wolves saves, are you talking about like the live stream we did toward the end of FIFA 20, or are you talking about like FIFA 17? I think we did Wolves. No, FIFA 18 is when we did Wolves. I'm guessing you're talking about the live stream because I don't think Wolves had signed Jimenez at that point. Okay. Okay, transfer deadline day. Let's see if we get any offers here. We just need 1 player to go. This would be like a great time if I had some copyright-free dramatic music. I need to sort that out for the next stream. I have been working on some things behind the scenes though for the streams, which hopefully should be unveiled for Monday's stream. Ultimately, like some things need to go through YouTube reviews, so couldn't have it in time for this stream, but yeah, it's been requested for a while. All right. I don't think we're going to have any players leave. So with 2 hours left, we're going to have to decide on a player. Okay, 10 million. He's out of our price range. Brad Smith has joined Ronders. This dude is still available as a free agent. Okay, they are open negotiations. Let's go. Let's go. That is a change because early on in the transfer window, they were not open to it. As we're meeting up with our doppelganger now. Okay, transfer fee. Let's do 5 million to start. You know what? 5.9 I'm good with. Don't even care about the sell-on clause. Because we won't be taking him with us. Let's see what we can offer him for the wages. I need to see what our current wage structure looks like. Okay, I think 10K would be reasonable. We have Yedlin on 35. My tweet... Gosh, Yedlin, we kind of overpaid for him, if I'm being honest. I'm wondering what we have Giroud on. Giroud's on 68. This is not a balanced wage structure. I'm surprised the board isn't unhappy about that. All right, let me check this out real quick. Tim Leibold. I've heard of Leibold before. I think it... Unless we have like a full scouting report back on him, and we have entered negotiations with the other dude. Yeah, I've heard of this guy before. I think I've used him in like an Ultimate Team starter squad. Decent player from Hamburg, but I think he is above our current budget. Yo, Pedro de la Vega, he was a beast in our Kaiserslautern and crew mode. We signed him when he was like maxed out on his pace. 10K is too much. Okay, let's start with something less then. I mean, hopefully if the game makes it easy on us, the player is going to propose a wage and not us. I always like it when that's the case. I'm always afraid I'm going to offer too little and then they'll just walk away. Meantime, we'll put him as an important player. That's not a bad face scan. Well, not face scan, but like player model in game. You've got the haircut right. Okay, 5-year deal. That's fine. Disregard. And of course, we have to propose the salary. Maybe 7.5 to start. 7.5 thousand. He's currently on 6.5. What do y'all think about 7.5 thousand? Tete from Shakhtar Donetsk. Can't say I've used him. Have to look into him. I think there was a comment saying, will I be taking one talent from Miami with me to the next team? I think the homegrown player will stay with us throughout the entire career mode, or career mode save. So no matter what club we're at, we're going to try to keep Robinson. Probably the best way to for that sort of thing is my email address. You can find that in the about section of my YouTube page, but it's Flickify Business, or DMs on Twitter is fine too. But yeah, I'll look into the podcast. I don't know if I'll be available like within this week, just because we're a little bit busy with the start of FIFA 21. But yeah, something we can talk about in the future. All right. Anyways, let's submit this offer for Burnaby. And he's happy with it. Okay. So that should be a good signing. Let's check out what his squad number is. Looks like he's the number 25 currently. Yo, apparently, according to Transfermarkt, he only has a market value of £405,000. It's a bit surprising. Let's see what he's listed at. He's at the number 3 right now. It's not a bad number for a fullback. And Dylan Nealis. Can't say who I know who that is. Okay, he's our other right back. That is transfer listed. I think it'd be okay with a number swap here. Yo, Ernesto, no worries. That's actually like the first signing we've made. I think the really fun part of the stream is going to be when we get into some interactive match sims and play in the MLS Cup final. And also when we start looking through job offers. So there's still plenty more to the stream. Will this be uploaded or purely live stream? I think for this first live stream career mode, it'll just be live. But if we continue like this concept for future types of career modes, like we could do a Youth Academy career mode, kind of like what Cutsy and DK are doing. I think that would be pretty fun. And then, I don't know, maybe I can cut the highlights into a season and an episode and then upload that every now and then on YouTube. Because I definitely understand that that y'all might not be available for these live streams. They are technically unlisted on the channel, so if you want to watch them back, you can pull up the link from my Twitter. Ultimately, you just need the link to the live stream and then you can watch it back. Yeah, I think that's the reason we settled on Burnaby, because, well, he has those secondary positions, but just looking at his stats, he can clearly play anywhere he wants. Okay, but I'm happy with the squad now. Like, we've made as many signings as we needed to make. We just need Figal back into the team. We should be good. Also, what I think we're going to do for all the youth academy players that we scouted out, I'll add them to the shortlist. We're probably not going to take players like Anthony Bird with us, but you know, if they end up becoming world-class players, we can always keep track of their career in the transfer shortlist, and maybe for international management or things like that, we can go ahead and sign them up. But this is the semi-final of the Domestic Cup. Interesting that Burnaby is only content to start off with. You know, I'd be pretty excited if I made the move to MLS, or any new transfer in general. Yeah, the lower divisions of Germany could be a move as well. We'll have to see what happens. So as far as the US Open Cup is concerned, I will simulate one more against Chicago Fire. If we reach the final, then I'll do an interactive match sim. I think this will be a tougher opponent. Let's actually see if our center back is fully recovered. Okay, he's not. So I'm not going to risk that. Hopefully we can get by this semifinal. And then we can do interactive match sim for the final. 2-0 win. Higuain scoring both of the goals. That's good. So pretty much any important match in the rest of the season, whether that be really any game in the playoff or the US Open Cup final, we'll do interactive match sim, and then for the MLS Cup final, we will play that one. Ambrose release clause met. Who is Ambrose? That is our third string fullback. I guess we can let him go. And Lewis Morgan back to happy days. Yeah, 5-star weak foot this year. Last FIFA as well, but I was using Draxler for my starter squad and ultimate team. I think I scored 6 goals in the match, 5 of which were from Draxler. I just like found him in the box, and then the fact that you can use any of his feet, man, it's wild. Not Ambrose? Is he like a special player for Inter Miami? The next Messi. Who remembers Thierry Ambrose from, like, I want to say FIFA 16? He had a super high potential when he was playing for Manchester City. Who's Thierry Ambrose playing for these days? He's playing for Mets. Interesting. Yeah, let me look up which FIFA it was. FIFA 16, he has 65 overall, 81 potential. And I want to say that was the earliest FIFA. Yeah, FIFA 15, 58 overall, 78 potential. FIFA 16 was even better. Then FIFA 17, maybe it was higher. All I know, he was really good for Road to Glory career modes back then. Yeah, pretty decent in FIFA 17 as well. 66 overall, 80 potential. So slightly lower for the potential, but higher for the overall. Yeah, I didn't realize he played in Dox's career mode. Did I see Ben Sweat also had a transfer release clause met? Okay, it was just a transfer offer. We're going to reject that. We still need a backup left back. Gervinho, Doumbia, and Ibarbo. Yeah, no one can forget that. For me, gosh, who was it? I want to say like FIFA 13. It was, man, what was Emenike? That's who it was. He had a ridiculous amount of pace and strength. One of my favorite players to use back then. The interesting thing about our next club that we manage is we might have to join them mid-season. James, the favorite player from career mode It's got to be Yassine Benzia. That's always going to be my answer, particularly his FIFA 13 version. I think it's partly due to the fact that I signed up for my first career mode on the channel, York City, which is technically still public on my channel if you want to cringe at old Flickify. But we all have to start somewhere. And I've got some funny stories from like when I was starting YouTube. I think one of the funniest things was, you know, I did my research. I bought like decent starter equipment, but a lot of things about YouTube is back then especially, I think now you can basically look up any tutorial you want and you can figure out the basics. But back then, a lot of the technical things for like, I don't know, for example, selecting which microphone you use to record. I was using my built-in laptop speaker or laptop mic instead of like the one I actually went out and bought. So I recorded an entire episode with my laptop built-in mic, and I think you could clearly tell from the video. I was doing like so much research as well as like, why does this sound so bad? Is Juan Agudelo still on the team? Yeah, we use him as a rotational player off the bench. Yeah, Kai, if you always want to catch the rest of it, you can just save like the share link, and then you should be able to pull it up later. Maybe I'll sort something out, like put all these streams into a playlist or something. It's just that I don't want them like showing up on channel and like other videos I can record, like the Southampton crew mode, kind of get overlooked. There'll probably be some good solution that we come up with eventually. But anyways, our center back should be recovered fully from his injury. Needs to work on his sharpness a bit, but yeah, that's a look at our starting 11. Still pretty strong. Although to be fair, we can probably put Sweat in for De La Garza. Yeah, Flickify face reveal. That was like spring of 2013. I still remember all of that content. Yo, that's awesome. You got to play with Agudelo. He's actually really good to use in game. Like, he's not making our starting 11 just because the overall rating's a little bit too low. But in game, he's awesome. Pretty decent for the pace. 4-star skill moves, always good. And 5-star weak foot, of course. A 4-0 win, by the way. Not bad. Yeah, the Flickify story is pretty funny. All right, Cosmic Sword. Hope you have a good evening. If you want to catch the next stream, it'll be on Monday next week, and we'll hopefully be with a new team by then, so look forward to that. We've got to be closing in on the end of the MLS season. Okay, so we've got... That's going to be the cup final. So 3 more league matches to play. The cup final. We're going to have the conference, or 4 more league matches to play. We'll have the conference semis, assuming we finish in first feed. The conference final, and then the MLS Cup final. Meanwhile, we need to sort out our full starting 11 so we don't have to do that for every single match. I feel like there's a little bit of menu lag in these career mode menus, especially for once you enter those player negotiations. Well, let's sort this out. Looks like Figal is slowly recovering for his sharpness. That's good. That's a close game, to be fair. 2-3 against New York City FC. Wouldn't be surprised if we play against them in the playoffs. It'll be interesting to see who comes out of the West. I think the Sounders were first last time we looked at it. And yeah, they're going to finish first. It's Sounders, Timbers. Yeah, some scary sides there. I think if we come up against anyone in the top 4, Sounders, Timbers, LAFC, LA Galaxy, that'll make for a good game. We already played against LAFC at the start of the season. Might have to rotate some players around for this match just so that we're fully rested for the cup, because essentially we have the first seed locked up. So we'll give some players a rest here. Okay, that should be fine. We're probably going to lose this game, but I don't mind. Watch us go and pull this win. Who's that guy? Had a Benfica card in FIFA 16 and Wonder Kid. Oh, we managed to draw from that. And of course, Robinson has to get the goal. Yeah, I think Zivkovic did make a few transfers. He had really good potential back then. But let's play this final against Sporting Kansas City. I mean, as in play, we'll do the interactive match sim. Just so that we can get the full highlights here. We'll enter this press conference, make sure that our morale is as high as possible. Yeah, I haven't followed the career of Zivkovic, to be fair. I think it was his Ajax or PSV card. Okay, let's interactive match sim while we take a look at Zivkovic. Rikairo Zivkovic, 68 rated currently in FIFA 21, I believe, unless I'm looking at an older one. Meanwhile, our interactive match sim is underway. Pretty strong start from Sporting Kansas City as they send it across, but we do manage to get the hold of possession again. Yeah, he's got 68 for his overall, 73 for his potential. He's playing for Sheffield United right now, actually. And that was in FIFA 20, sorry. I don't know if he's in FIFA 21. As we get the first goal of the match, Gonzalo Higuain. Yeah, he's actually not in FIFA 21. FIFA 20 was his last FIFA. 68 overall, 73 potential for Sheffield United. Is he Serbian? I just closed the tab, but as far as I'm aware, he's from Holland. Also, FIFA's loading super slow for me right now. Right now on the top of FIFA's like, I don't know, top 50 players, Jonathan David, of course, for Lille. Lille would be a move for one of my Krumos this year, as Sporting Kansas City tie things up with Polito. Maybe we'll have to jump in for this. Also, that young Bayern center back, Ari Mb, is the top player. Yeah, he's from the Netherlands, Zivkovic. Yeah, I think a Lille career mode or a career mode challenge is definitely on the cards this year. He's been pretty underwhelming. You mean in terms of like his IRL performance? As Higuain gets another shot off, but saved from the keeper. Okay, we'll resume the interactive match sim a little bit more. If we get to like maybe the 70th minute, we're still at a draw, I'll play out the rest of this match. If we go down 2-1, then I also will jump in. But hopefully we can just get on a counterattack here. We've been in good goal scoring form all season. But Sporting KZ are holding on to a lot of possession. That was a clear-cut chance. Still is. They'll work it out wide to number 36. Eventually sending it across 17 between him and 36. Could not get that cleared. You can look at possession stats. They have just 2 shots, but 56% of the possession. Maybe this will be the chance. As Higuain playing between him and Giroud to the number 8. To 10. He was off. No, he's on. This is it. Okay, next dead ball, I'm going to hop in. Please don't concede here. All right, let's hop in. 77th minute. 1-1. We can make some substitutions here if we want. I definitely want to bring in our homegrown player. Sorry, not at left back. I think Pizarro's doing fine for his rating. We could make a change here in the midfield. And then I think Agudelo will come in if we enter extra time. That's one way winning back possession. Don't tell me we're going to score. Hey, imagine if we would have scored from like the first, I don't know, 5 seconds of hopping in the game. Still might be able to.
Now they're going to alter things. Here's the substitution. Pulls it back.
Oh, that's going to be a goal.
Can he put them in front?
If our finishing was better. That's our substitute as well. Ulloa.
But he's going hungry tonight, Derek.
You know, I think we turned off competitor mode in the last stream. So this will be my first time playing on regular legendary. Definitely less dragbacks going down. That's a good ball. What is that rebound? Oh my goodness. Yo, Sporting KC are pressing. I think we need a striker substitution. Get a little bit more pace up front. That's a good ball.
Possession one. Well, that's it for the 90 minutes, but this is not over. And 2 15-minute periods.
Okay, so we are entering extra time. Looking a little bit tired at center back as well, but we do have to consider, like, maybe we're going into penalties. And in that case, I would want Giroud and Higuain to stay in. Let's not make any substitutions for now. Let's hold off. I mean, stats-wise, it's been a pretty even game. I think an Olivier Giroud match winner is going to go down. 2-1 is my score prediction. 106th minute. No, actually 107th minute goal from Giroud. Off a kickoff. Yo, I need to check out Busio's potential because I've like been following some articles about him. How he was, I think, the youngest Sporting KC signing from their academy. I mean, the hair he has in game kind of looks like Josh Zerke's, if I'm being honest. That's a great ball out wide.
Is it going to end up being productive for them? Nicely timed tackle. Hurtado. Winston Reid.
Yo, they have Winston Reed. I didn't know that. Shout out to Winston Reed, the FIFA 16 West Ham career mode legend.
Pushing for that goal that would see them forge ahead.
What a cross.
Offside.
Oh, ref, let us play on. We were on the break.
There will be 1 minute added on at the end.
The icon removed from FIFA 14. I don't know. Are we talking about the American? Because if so, you're thinking about gosh, what's his name? Someone in the chat, I'm sure, knows who I'm talking about. He's like a commentator. Alexi Lalas. That's who it is. No, the Brazilian? Then I'm not sure. But both Lalas and Donovan were removed, unfortunately. I had like a FIFA 16 Ultimate Team series. I want to say it was FIFA 16. It was like a road to Landon Donovan, and I was using American players between like bronzes and golds. That was pretty fun. Come on, Pizarro. Good turn. Good ball in the middle. Oh, what a block. Well, so much for a 107th minute winner.
Well, let's see what they have in store for them on the break.
I'm going to be honest. I think I prefer... I've only played a couple of minutes, let's be honest, but I think I prefer non-competitor mode for Legendary. Oh, that is a great block. Come on. Come on, Higuain. This is where I want Agudelo in, but... Our homegrown player was open on the left as well. We might be able to get one more attack in here.
So 1 minute of stoppage time.
Just 1 minute. Oh, come on. You got to make the... You need to make the stop there. Let's see if we need to make any last-minute substitutions. Is there anyone we should bring in for penalties? Maybe Agudelo in? For, I don't know, Ulloa? Or we can bring in someone like Morgan or Haber, our Youth Academy player. What are y'all saying? I think we need to bring on someone special for these penalties. Because essentially, once the ball is thrown in, it's going to be called for full time. Let's bring on one of our strikers.
Here it is now, a substitution.
Unless, oh, if we could have gotten a takeaway there.
They've given it away.
Score sweaty pen. That would have been pretty funny. All right. Penalties for the US Open Cup final. This isn't my like main objective this season, but it would be nice if we can win this. Of course, I'm going to aspire to win on penalties, but we'll see. So far, we're 1 for 1 on penalty kicks this year. Or penalty kick shootouts, I should say. Our preseason tournament final ended in a penalty kick shootout. We won that after being down by a couple penalty kicks. That looks pretty good.
Now it is all about the penalty shootout.
That's a save. Let's go. I'm so happy he didn't dive earlier. Let's go to the opposite side. Nice. No mistake about it, Giroud. Down the middle. Come on, Sanchez. Down the middle. They missed. He tried chipping it to the left. Yo. No, I'm not even going to mess around and try to go the middle. I'm just going to go to the sides. Hopefully I can keep greening these. Still made it. I always pre-dive though. What is Sporting Kansas City doing? Like they're trying to chip on us, but they're not even getting on target. I'm chipping them. I don't even care. Chipping down the middle. There you go. Higuain gets the match-winning penalty for us. That's probably the easiest penalty kick shootout that I've taken part in. Yo, that Higuain pen. The disrespect. That's incredible. All right, can you please get out of the way of our homegrown player? Yeah, put the spotlight on Robinson. Let's go.
For the losers, it's a case of trying to forget about everything that has just occurred.
Well, that's one trophy down. I guess we're 2 for 2 this season, huh? Preseason tournament final, and now this one.
The party has started.
The party has started, but it is not over. We still have the MLS Cup final.
Well, it's these moments, Derek, when you get your hands on the silverware and that little medal that goes around your neck might seem small now, but you look back at.
You know what I wonder? I don't know if I've tested this in an experiment, but I wonder if, like, if we end up winning both this competition and the MLS Cup, if that means we get better job offers.
And now for the trophy lift itself.
Hey, there you go.
The cup winners.
Yeah, it's been a long, cold road to get to this point. They're going to celebrate now and certainly celebrate.
Now it's just the MLS Cup we've got to worry about. The playoff system is going to be interesting.
Of chance in a cup competition, but my goodness, they've taken the rough with the smooth, and now they savor the moment. And this is really special, getting to celebrate in front of your own fans, Lee.
Well, it's giving something back. These fans have.
Yeah, mid-table clubs, I've actually gotten a couple of championship offers. I was a bit surprised to see that, but there were like some upper mid-table championship teams, or even like teams that are fighting for promotion. Like Brentford was one of them, who, to be honest, might make for a good Kuruma this year. But a solid outing there. Yeah, Brentford would be good. I don't know if it would be good for like the second season of this Journeyman career mode. I think that might be too big of a step up. But just in general, like, I think I'll end up doing a career mode challenge with Brentford this year. I'm also working on getting my first one out for this FIFA cycle. Hopefully next week that'll be out. I do think for those types of videos, I want to switch it up and do it live. So, like, essentially, as I'm signing the players, you see my live reaction, because with the Southampton stuff, it's like, it's post-commentary for the games. It's like post-commentary face cam for the beginning of the episode for the most part. So I think adding a little bit of like that live element, kind of like these streams are, would be good for the channel. Yeah, hopefully that kit update starts soon, man. A lot of third kits are missing. I noticed a pretty common comment for Southampton is that they haven't updated the kit sponsor. I think they've got Sportsbet this year. Toby, I actually tried to bring, well, I don't want to ruin any episode. You should watch the latest episode of the Southampton career mode. I'm not going to spoil anything, just in case anyone's in the chat that hasn't watched it, but I cover a lot of that in the second episode. Which went up yesterday, in case you might have missed it. Yeah, Roma rebuild could be interesting. I think if I did, it would probably be on PC, so I can actually import the badge and the kits in. Because that Roma badge is not a good look. I'm being honest. It's such a sick badge IRL too. All right, let me make sure this isn't like a playoff match. I think our last match of the season against the Crew. Yeah, there you go. There's Agudelo scoring again. Yeah, Zaniolo is a really quality center midfielder. Center midfielder, right? I know he's got a ton of potential in career mode. The last league match of the season, we have effectively secured the first place spot. Yeah, attacking midfielder. Okay. Oh, please don't tell me this is a serious injury. Okay, I don't think he's one of our starting 11 players. Man, that would have sucked if it was like Higuain or someone. No, it's a 59 rated right back. That's fine. I think I will play our first team just so we can keep that sharpness up. I know there is a slight risk for injury, but probably the best thing for us long term. And we'll end the season with a 2-1 victory. Doesn't look like any injuries went down. Giroud netting both of the goals. We're into the playoffs now. So conference semi, hopefully a conference final, and then the MLS Cup final. Because we are first in the league, we get to skip one round, so that's nice. Yo, what's going on, Abdullah? I was gone for a minute. Did I win the cup? No, we're in the playoffs now. Oh, sorry, the US Open Cup? Yes. You know what? We got an offer from Wales. That's interesting. That could be like an interesting career mode this year too, now that you can scout Wales in the Youth Academy. Yeah, we won the US Open Cup on penalties, courtesy of a Panenka penalty by Higuain. Sorry, whose release clause was that? Dylan Nealis. Interesting. Yeah, definitely more opportunities for Youth Academy stuff this year. I think I'll definitely do a Shakhtar Donetsk career mode challenge as well. Maybe it will have to be on PC just because a lot of really promising Brazilian players aren't in career mode this year, at least their real name, which is kind of a shame, considering it is one of the most popular countries to scout as far as high potential players are concerned. Okay, tournament final, or tournament conference semi-final. We'll do a sim. We'll watch this one through. Hopefully it's not something we'll have to jump in again. I really just want to play the MLS Cup final, but we'll see how things go. Toronto have a good squad. They've got Altidore up top, Piatti, another good player. Maybe Christian Roldan as well. Yeah, that's got to be Christian Roldan, number 14. Playing as a center midfielder. Unless there's another C. Roldan. Yeah, it's got to be him. I don't know if that transfer would ever happen. And MLS, I'm not going to say never, but I just don't see Roldan playing for anyone besides the Sounders in MLS. Meanwhile, we go down 1-0. Not a great start. If things get out of hand, I'll jump in, but I'm pretty confident we can pull one back here. Definitely don't want to concede a second goal, though. See, we need to try to at least get a shot on target from there. We held on to way too much possession in their final third. The way things are going, I'm going to jump in at halftime. No. If he scored from that, we're holding on to like no possession right now. Yo, what's going on, Eddie? So welcome back. All right, let's hop in. We cannot afford to lose in the conference. Oh, we're playing in the snow as well. Dang, that's intense.
Based on what we've seen so far as the second half begins.
I don't think I played in the snow this year, and it is interesting. Wait, we're playing at Miami, aren't we? Friggin' snow in Miami in like September or August, or September, October. That's interesting. Score from this, please. Thank you. From Poland, that's cool. Is that Robinson as well? No, that's I don't know which player that is. That might be Will Trapp, actually. Well, it didn't take long for us to score a goal. Keeper didn't stand a chance. And indeed, it is Will Trapp. 4 goals in MLS this season. Probably should have paid more attention to the game settings. Make sure we don't play in the snow again. There's Michael Bradley on the ball. They've got a pretty good squad, if I'm being honest. Roldan and Bradley in the midfield.
It's with Giroud. Higuain. Now Giroud. I must say that was a very promising attack. The alarm bells were sounding. And Matuidi in the right place to get it back. Giroud.
Good tackle there.
This might be ideal for the counter. Bradley.
A footballer from Poland. I mean, the first one that comes to mind is Laszczykowski. Robert Lewandowski.
Keeping possession of the ball with authority.
I think Milic is another one.
Must take the lead here. Oh, he's been denied, and they remain locked together. Well, the
Yeah, the perks of being a crew mode YouTuber is that you get to know a good amount of players.
DeAndre Yedlin. Higuain. Well, possession ceded.
Ah, Piontek is another good one. I wonder how he's doing. Is he still playing for Hertha these days? Like, I like the transfers that they've done.
They'll get ready for the throw-in.
Ah, Chesney's another good shout.
Matuidi.
All right, 20 minutes left to play.
Here's Trapp.
Let's go out and win this in regulation.
Higuain. Higuain. Dangerous looking attack.
Get there. Oh, he didn't.
He read it well defensively.
All right, next time the ball goes out of play, we'll make some substitutions, bring on some pace. I feel pretty confident that we can break down this Inter Miami defense one more time. Whether our own defense can hold on to the lead is another question.
Couldn't keep it.
That's a great lead by Pellegrini.
Giroud. On the offensive, is there to be late excitement?
Play that wide.
And space for the cross. Well, he's given us away.
There we go.
Matuidi. Now Giroud. Very quick thinking there.
Are we really going to go into extra time in 2 consecutive games here?
Higuain. Wonderful block. And 5 minutes to go. Jonathan Osorio. And now
Nah, not like that. Not like that.
and it's still on for him.
Good tackle.
Matuidi.
That's not the ball I wanted.
Keep the ball.
I just want this to go into extra time.
And 1 minute
I don't want to
of
concede a
stoppage time
90th minute.
has been added on. Oh, lovely weighted ball. They might be in. And a good take under
Just hang on to it.
there.
We're calm. We're good.
Well, that's it for the 90 minutes, but this is not over, and two 15-minute periods of extra time. Now Higuain getting deep into
Yeah,
the
Ryan
position.
Cherky. I feel like he's gotten a slight downgrade in career mode this year, but he's still a really solid player. Why do we have Uloa as our right mid? Maybe we had a suspension. Oh no, I'm thinking of someone else. Cherky's the guy from Lyon, right?
Understandable that fatigue might set in. A strength-sapping night for all concerned as the first period of extra time begins.
Yeah, if that's the case, Cherky was just out of this career mode.
Morgan.
Yo, that's a run from Yedlin.
Can he finish?
And the finish, let's go.
To delight the fans, just what they were hoping for.
Too easy. And it's Morgan as well. Our Scottish maestro.
Well, 2-1 it is here. Roldan. Osorio has it. Struggling to keep the ball.
They're starting to press us though, so we need to be careful.
Will trap.
We had that right mid option available, still there.
Well, he's got plenty of space on the flank
Good
here.
run. Oof.
As though they might be onto
The defender
something.
just getting a foot in. Let's win that. Good header.
Well, they couldn't keep it. The press was on.
DeAndre Yedlin's so good, man.
So
His
1
catch-up
minute of
speed is
stoppage time,
nuts.
That's what the officials have said.
Are you really going to call for
In
the break
extra
there?
time and 15 more minutes left.
That's wild. I'll be honest, you guys in the chat know more about IRL players than I do. Like I tend to follow like the main highlights going on in the world and then like the high potential career mode players, but I don't know what's going down. Anyways, let's see this one out. Just 15 minutes
And
left.
so the drama continues here. We're into the second period of extra time. In position here to protect the ball. Well, no luck keeping possession.
That's a ball.
Well, they did have the ball, but not anymore. High pressing at its best. And the referee spotted the foul, but has played advantage. Well, on the attack, hunting for a late equaliser here. This could be the equaliser.
No. Not like that. That was a friggin' pass to set him up, but Robles is too good.
There we are, Derek. You said it right at the end of the game. He's fluffed his lines, but the keeper takes great credit for that.
Oh, he's given the ball away.
Yeah, Edison. Or Ediso. Maybe it's Ediso. Ediso, I am from the United States.
And the counter-attack came to nothing.
Keeper.
Well, up a cul-de-sac in terms of the attack.
Yo, what's up, Boom Boom? Just play us out of the back.
Well, just 1 minute of time added on for
Tell one of our
stoppage
players to
here.
make a run, play it over the top. Maybe get another goal here, but essentially that was just to get the ball upfield. There you go. That should be full time. There you go.
And that's it, the final whistle. And
I also just noticed those orange lines. That's kind of sick.
Tight game like this.
I mean, playing in the snow isn't that much fun, but those orange lines are pretty sick.
Game as well. Sometimes it comes down to being fitter than the opposition. A little bit of luck.
That leaves us with the conference final.
Mentally strong is a huge.
One more match to play, and then we'll be in the MLS Cup final, and then we'll review some job offers. Which should be just around right. We've been live for about 90 minutes, so timing is just about perfect. My favorite team in Europe is Bayern München. Man, I saw an article yesterday saying that yesterday's match between Germany and Turkey was the lowest one watched under Jurgen Löw. And I don't know how to feel about that. It's like, yeah, I think I've been more excited about Germany and the German national team in the past. So hopefully
Thank you. That's all the questions we have.
the energy comes back. Training grades carry over to multiple career modes. I am not sure about that because I have one career mode going on PC with Southampton. I'm doing this one on PS4. It would be interesting to see if you do like two career modes on PS4 if the grades from one of them do carry over. But I'm gonna guess they don't. Meanwhile, we've got Columbus for the final, who I think we just beat in the league. Or no, we got that draw against them. Yeah, I mean, a lot can happen between now and the Euros, but I just think there needs to be some sort of change. Like that D Mannschaft squad is like has too much quality to like. I mean, for the World Cup, for example, obviously, like the players that are playing right now for them are different than they were in the World Cup, but yeah, it's just a different vibe than the German national team that I grew up watching. You know, players like Bastian Schweinsteiger and Philipp Lahm, Lucas Podolski. There was a certain energy about that team. Maybe it's because hindsight is 2020, but I don't have that same feeling right now. Anyways, let's make one change here and take Pellegrini off for Robinson. Let me make sure I've still got a Spotify playlist going. Yes, we do. Okay. Oh, no wonder I can't hear it. It's because we're in the wrong freaking... Yeah, too difficult to explain. But yeah, I was on the wrong profile. Yeah, Australia in the World Cup is interesting. I feel like the last time I really watched them play, Cahill was still playing for them. But let's get a resounding victory here. I'm not trying to jump in for this one too. I like FIFA 21 gameplay, but I'm just trying to play the MLS Cup final. I'm trying to lift another trophy. And I think early on, we're already holding on to possessions. Curse the commentators, we lose hold of possession, but yeah. In terms of our interactive match sim, things seem a little bit better for us. Because against Toronto, like, they were holding on to the ball so much in our final third. There are definitely some cool World Cup stories. I mean, the USA one from, I want to say 2002 comes to mind. And we actually went pretty far in that competition. And Croatia have some good players as well. I mean, going as far as they did in... would have been the World Cup? Yeah, the World Cup, they made it to what? The semis? Or maybe that was the Euros they made it to the semis. I don't know. One of the twos. Oh, 4-3 in the final, 4-2 in the final. Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize Croatia made it all the way to the final. Yeah, fair play. That was the year that Modric ended up winning the Ballon d'Or, right? I didn't realize that tournament was so corrupt. That's interesting. National team, I actually support Germany because, like, with me, I have dual citizenship, so I live in the United States, but I was born in Germany. So those are definitely the two national teams I support the most. But I grew up watching Germany, and that's kind of how I grew to love the sport. So they are the national team I support the most. Kind of a boring first half, I'm being honest. Columbus holding on to 77% of possession. That is a statistic. And these interactive match sims are like going way differently than they were at the start of the season. We were getting like 4-0s, 5-0s. And now we're struggling to even get a single chance. That should be a goal. There you go. Giroud putting us up 1-0. Yeah, honestly, I did not know that about that World Cup. I can't say I like watched it too much. I was still pretty young then, so I just know it was Brazil and Germany in the final, and Germany lost that. I think the World Cup that I remember the most vividly was like 2006, or maybe that's the one I followed the most. That was kind of a heartbreak for Germany when they lost to a stacked Italy team in the semis. But there was definitely a lot of hype about that German national team. That's when players like Podolski and Schweinsteiger were all just starting to get their start and get that hype. "2014 was good too. And it's just strange because like 2014 is when Germany won the World Cup, but I don't know. For me, it was like 2006 has been my favorite one. 2010, to an extent, you know, the US had some pretty memorable moments in that World Cup too. Just need to hang on to possession here, boys. We've got the 1-0 advantage. We don't need another goal. But if you get one, so be it. No counterattack here. That should be a goal. Yo, how are you going to miss that? 23. That's our homegrown player. Dang. Anyways, that should be full time. Probably after a ball goes out of play. There you go. We're into the MLS Cup final. We're actually going to be playing this one. Let's see who we are matched up against. Oh, it's got... Man. The game's really going to do this to me. We have to play the Sounders. If you guys don't know, Sounders are like the team I support the most in MLS. And I got to play against them. Although, to be fair, like that squad should be considerably weakened since Christian Roldan's out of it. He went to Toronto. Dang. It's going to be an interesting final, at the very least. You can't write a better script. Yeah, it was meant to be. I mean, first team in the West versus first team in the East. It's a good match from a neutral perspective. Higuain's up to an 82 apparently. He's getting a +6 boost because of sharpness. So, not bad. We are definitely not playing in the snow again. I am not going to deal with that. And low-key, I'm going to change from the Sounders green kits because, okay, they are in black. Good. For me, like, the green kits blend in way too much with the grass. Okay, this guy's not happy, so we're going to bench him. Probably give our homegrown player the start. But yeah, that should be it for the starting. Oh, you know what? Another storyline for this match is that Yedlin has to play against his former side. I completely forgot about that. That's wild. Imagine if we signed Brad Smith as well. I believe the MLS final is held... whichever team has the better record in the regular season. I think it's either that or whoever had the higher seed. But it is not played at a neutral ground. To be honest, I couldn't tell you like what the current playoff format is because it just went through like a round of changes. It used to play you play 2 legs and then whoever had the most aggregate lead would advance. Have you ever been hiking over in Washington? I've been wanting to take a trip over there. Yeah, I go hiking all the time, man. If you need some recommendations, there are a few good ones near here. I would say like the most popular one around me is Mount Si. That doesn't necessarily mean it's the best one. If you can, there's a bunch of hikes are along what's called like the Mountain Loop Highway, and it's a really nice area. Not quite as populated, so it's a bit more peaceful. And there's a great number of hikes around there. Lake 22 is one of my favorites. But as we get into the match here against the Sounders, they've got a stacked side. But yeah, if you ever go hiking here in Washington, it's great. Summer and fall is really nice. If you go in the winter, you're gonna encounter some rain. It rains about like 8 months of the year here. Not like super hard, but you're going to definitely get some drizzles. The summer hikes are a good vibe. I think also another really popular one is kind of hiking around Mount Rainier and like the Olympic National Forest. There's a couple of good ones. Do I play FUT? Yeah, occasionally. Definitely not as much as career mode, but I've got like an ultimate team. My best player right now is Insigne from a 2-player pack. Aston Villa, Arsenal, Everton, or Wolves career mode. I would do Aston Villa or Everton. Probably Aston Villa would be my pick. Just considering like how good they've started their Premier League season and the quality of players in their side. I mean, they've got Grealish, of course. Mings is a pretty good player. Those are really the only 2 high potential ones that I can remember. Yeah, I did a Villa career mode back in FIFA 16. It was a lot of fun. Of course they're highlighting Yedlin, man. It's like the game knows. They're like, oh, you know, he played for the Sounders. Let's highlight him. Yeah, that's kind of how I like follow career modes. I try to pick teams that are like mid-table, lower mid-table, just so you can have a little bit more progression. That's who we've got to watch out for, though. Ladero and Ruidiaz. I haven't personally seen old players grow too much. I haven't seen them go down as much either. And we're in the first season, Micah. After we play this match, we're going to take a look at what what club job offers are available. And then move to a new team for Season 2 of this Journeyman career mode for our next stream. But those are the squads. Let's hopefully cap off this first season of Inter Miami in the Journeyman career mode with a victory and a 3rd trophy for the season.
Leandro Gonzalez Pires. Here's Trapp.
Yeah, the thing about the old player growth is that, you know, the career mode I'm playing the most right now is this one, as well as the as this one, as well as the Southampton career mode. Southampton don't really have older players, so I can't really use them as an example, but I mean, Higuain has a pretty good rating, so he definitely hasn't gone down. Kind of the same with Matuidi. Speaking of which,
Oh, lovely incisive pass. The end product just wasn't there. Svensson. Plenty of
I mean, if we get an offer from Lille, I would be extremely surprised. But yeah, I would take it.
Many who believe that this will be his final season, that he's on the verge of retiring, Lee.
Well, it will be.
Yo, Giroud is retiring. Yo, we've got to end his career with a victory. Too many storylines in this match. Me playing against the Sounders, Yedlin playing against his former team, Giroud's final match. Got to get him on the score sheet as Yedlin will get involved here, playing this one inside. Good pass, through ball, he's on. Yo. I just wanted to get it on our left.
Lodeiro. Svensson. Rui Diaz. Far from a good pass. Olivier Giroud. Higuain. And back with Giroud. Higuain. Must take the lead here.
It's a decent effort on target. Higuain hat trick. I don't think Higuain's got a hat trick all season. Giroud's gotten a few. But between the two, Giroud's the one that stepped up more for us. Nice play from our new left back signing. Bernabei. Yo, I might play him at a left mid at some point in this game. And realize like how agile he is. He's super technical on the ball. That's a tackle from Svensson. It seems like the Sounders like to play balls over the top. He's off, surely. Thank you. FIFA 21's gameplay is good. We're actually playing this match not on competitor mode. That's a bit of a change. I've been playing most of my matches on competitor mode. I feel like I kind of prefer it without it, just because there's too many dragbacks and like skill moves. Especially for like MLS, you don't see that too often. Yeah, the passing is a pretty common complaint I've heard of, but you know, I don't mind if passing is a little bit more difficult. I definitely don't mind that defending is more difficult this season or this FIFA. Oh, he's on. Good recovery. Get to that, Robles. Okay, that'll do. Sounders are playing a good game right now. That's a win. Nice.
Robinson.
Try some fake shots close up. Okay. Yeah. I definitely need to incorporate some more skill moves into like my attacking play in the final third. Right now I'm kind of covering the basics. It's another good block right there. Pretty even first half. Oh, for sure. Competitor mode does some skill moves in like situations where they don't need to. I'm not talking about like their own half, but they'll pull off like a bunch of dragbacks in a row, which you actually do see in some like Ultimate Team tournaments. But in terms of like the gameplay that I'm looking for in career mode, it's kind of repetitive. It's kind of pointless. It's different when you're playing against someone and you're playing against like the computer. Well, Blast Eyes, you have missed the majority of the stream, but you joined at a really good point. We're in the MLS Cup final, playing against the team that I support, the Sounders. And if we win this match, we should be able to receive a couple of why do I keep saying international job offers? We should be able to receive a couple of club job offers. Just need to make sure we do not concede against the Sounders. Here we go. Finally getting something going. This is our homegrown player. What a storyline this would be if he gets our go-ahead goal. We've got a few players in the box as well.
Have the guile to open up the defense.
Okay, we'll take a corner.
Perfect example of how to put in a tackle.
Yeah, Clint Dempsey's definitely up there for my favorite player. I would say Lucas Podolski, though. Yeah, run onto that. Matuidi.
Yeah, it was a quality cross, and he gets up well, and it's just wide.
If ever a time for him to step up and score a goal,
Well, he's
that is the
disappointed
time.
with the fact they haven't taken the lead, but he'd be pleased with the way they're playing.
Oh, man. Greg, we're in the MLS Cup final right now. I'm not sure when you were last in the stream, but we won the US Open Cup in penalties. That was pretty good.
Gustav Svensson.
The Sounders are proving to be a difficult team to play against.
Well, it was never going to
We're kind of at the point of the match where I start thinking about substitutions.
Keepishly at his teammates, head in a hand.
You can see how high they're playing up as well defensively.
Will trap.
We can't lose possession there, guys. Come on.
Using his strength to shield the ball. That's a good-looking
They keep
ball.
on doing that over the top pass, though.
An attempt
We're there.
at a through ball. Now he's got to stay calm.
We're there. Let's go.
Masterful defending to prevent what looked
Just
like
need to
a
get out of this
goal.
press, man.
Pizarro.
If we get out of the press, we're going to score a goal.
This is looking threatening.
Let's go.
Well read to put an end to that attack.
So tight this game.
That's not the ball I wanted. I wanted to go to our homegrown player on the left. I'm making some substitutions next time the ball goes out of play. This is an intense match, guys.
Gustav Svensson.
We're having a lot of matches going to extra time penalties.
Still pushing for the goal that would put
I don't
them
think it's going to
ahead,
happen here.
forcing it.
I think one of us are going to end up getting the winner.
And continues his run. The cross is on.
Oh, man. Besiktas. Yeah, that would be interesting. All right, Morgan's been in really good form. Let's bring him in. Although I like Pizarro. I'm going to saw Pizarro and trap. 2 changes. We can maybe bring on our striker, Agudelo, later on.
For a throw-in. So deciding to make a personnel change at this juncture.
Got no one to pass to, bro.
Can they forge ahead?
Good save, Robles. No pen.
Had it not been for the keeper.
Well, he was so sharp, the goalkeeper there, wasn't he? What a wonderful save.
15 minutes remaining.
Good ball.
And a chance to whip it in here. Yedlin. Rodolfo Pizarro. And pulled back.
What a bit of play. Yo, that is the goal of the season. Best goal we've scored. Maybe should have taken that first time with Matuidi, but we focused up and scored. And of course it's Olivier Giroud. I am glad there has been a little jump in viewership for this MLS Cup final. What a freaking goal.
Here it is, a
All of you that
strong
just joined the stream, that's one of the highlights of the season.
positioning that gets him the goal.
The keeper was an absolute shambles. I'm a big fan of Stefan Fry. But he did not know what was happening right there. Let's go, dude. What a signing Giroud has been. 79th minute MLS Cup final. Olivier Giroud. Come on.
Well, a dramatic moment near the end, and that might well be the decider.
Yo, that is a goal.
Just 10 minutes to go.
Let's get a second.
Well, the crowd are
Confidence
reacting
is
to this
high.
effort the players are putting in. They just need to keep their concentration and the game.
And Morgan is just too much for this squad to handle. I've scored so many goals this way.
Oh, a stellar piece of defending.
Let's win that. 5 minutes left. Come on.
Gustav
We got
Svensson.
this.
And
Nice.
able to keep possession.
Hold on to some possession here.
To deliver the cross. tackle there to prevent the chance. Counter-attacking, very much an option. End product or not.
The fourth official has indicated there will be a minimum of 2 minutes of added time.
Trying to chisel a chance out of it. A fine block. Plays it back.
That should be it.
Just wanted to get it
Let's
out
go.
there. And the
MLS Cup champions. Bittersweet, absolutely, but
a story of
we accomplished what we wanted to accomplish. We've won every trophy possible here with the Sounders, or with Inter Miami. Yo, Nord. My goodness, coming in with a 200 crown donation. Your boy Olivier Giroud scored the match-winning goal. I'll show it on the replay. I appreciate that, man. You've been so supportive of the streams, and I'm happy to report. I was talking about how we would have emotes in the chat and the ability to join as channel members, and that should be sorted out for the stream on Monday. That's a clutch time to come in, though, Nord. If you just joined the stream,
Yes, a special moment in the career of any footballer.
man, that was a match.
And now
Will I pick the new club in this stream or the next stream? I will pick it in this stream, so you guys can help me decide. And then I should be back on Monday with some more Journeyman crew mode and a new club. We can take a look at the squad, kind of get an idea of like which transfers we want to make. But I'll definitely be making the signings in the next stream. Yeah, the MLS trophy is something else. Also, Nord with the 100 crown donation. Thanks, man. Yeah, it's 3 days to do it, but basically how it works is like you need to pick your membership tiers and then send it over for YouTube to review it. So essentially, I'm just waiting on YouTube to review the stuff and hear back from them. So that generally happens in 24 hours. So should be all set there. But you will be able to have some custom Flickify emotes if you join as a channel member in the next stream. That's actually super realistic with what the MLS trophy looks like IRL. They did a good job with that in FIFA. But it's the moment of truth, guys. We've accomplished everything we want. I'll quickly show this Giroud highlight for those of you that didn't have a chance to see it. The build-up play to this is what made it special. Just some one-touch football. Keeper was diving to one direction. Giroud shot in the other direction. What a goal that is. Higuain to Matuidi to Giroud. Potentially the three biggest players for Inter Miami coming in clutch. And Giroud has to go hit that top net. Top net, top corner, whatever you want to call it. What a goal that was. The Sounders had me nervous that game. I thought we were going to lose at some points, but you just got to keep confidence, keep playing your game. It was a rocket. We should have multiple offers to choose from. For sure. Okay, but essentially what I'm going to do, always want to make a backup save just in case things don't work out how they plan on working out. But this is where it's going to get interesting. We're going to browse and see if any job offers are available. No managerial positions opens, that's fine. What we can do, I found if you like move forward in the calendar and then just like take it 1 week at a time, some more offers should come in. But that's why we have the backup save. We can always reload it a couple of times. But hopefully if all works out, we'll have some more offers available here within the end of this month, and then we'll take part in like a team whose season's already going, most likely. It's a little bit unfortunate with the way how the MLS scheduling works, but it'll also be interesting to take control of a team who's already started their season. But apparently there's like no offers right now. How do I get the calendar to move that quickly? I think it's just like regular simulations. Also, when you don't have any matches to play, the calendar moves significantly faster. Mohammed, what's going on, man? Okay, so I guess we have to reload because I did some like test runs and we definitely received some offers by the end of the season. I mean, we can maybe take it one more month. But if we just don't get any offers from teams outside MLS, we have to reload. I definitely want to join a team before the January transfer window opens. It's halfway through most seasons. Yeah. Yeah, that's the disappointing thing about MLS is like we have to take control of a team that's halfway through, but you know, it will be interesting to see maybe we can take control of a team that's kind of underperforming and where they're expected to do. Okay, finally we're getting some job offers. Yo, do we go to the second Bundesliga? We were just talking about Tim Leibold. Hamburg could be a shout. They're currently first in the second Bundesliga. Do we maybe join them halfway through, lead them to promotion in the Bundesliga and play another season? That might be a move. Hannover's not bad. Düsseldorf, eh. I definitely will take our academy player. That's for sure. This Hamburg offer is interesting. We either go there or we go somewhere like Belgium, Portugal. And I mean, we can just keep reloading until we get what we want. But there's a lot of history with Hamburg. I'm definitely tempted. Real stadiums. So essentially what it would be is we would take control of Hamburg. They're already halfway through the season. I think I would do 2 seasons with them. I know with Journeyman, you only do 1 season at a time, but we take control of Hamburg. We get them back to the Bundesliga. Then we either see what job offers are available or we play a season in the Bundesliga. It seems like you guys are cool with Hamburg. I'm pretty excited about that, to be honest. And I have noticed, like, if you keep moving forward in the simulation, sometimes the job offers go away. So let's apply for the job. Now what we need to do, we need to move forward a couple of days and see if they decide to take us on as a manager. If that's the case, we need to transfer over our homegrown player. And we have been offered the job. So let's make an extra save just in case things don't work out. But what we're going to do now is, because the transfer window should be opening very soon for them, I wonder, what do you guys think is the best way to offload our current youth academy player and transfer him over to Hamburg? Like, we want to bring Robinson with us. The transfer window's not open. What we could try doing is, like, I don't even know. We could set a release clause. I would usually do a swap deal, but try and sign a swap deal, set him as a free. So I guess what we could do is, the problem with swap deals is, like, we have to go to the transfer window, which is pretty close. If you release him, you can't approach him for the first season. So I think release clause would probably be our best bet. Or we could just, like, take control of Hamburg and then in the next transfer window just try to bring him in. He's going to cost a little bit. And essentially we have the backup save. See what his value's at. Okay, 5.5. That's not too bad. So yeah, we have a save set up. Let's go ahead and manage Hamburg, move forward to the January transfer window, and just move in for him. Yeah, the thing about these lower release clauses is I did test it out and like clubs went in for him right away. But essentially, let me just make sure I know who our youth academy players are because I want to be able to track them our entire career. I guess we can just scout by Inter Miami. So yeah, let's accept this position at Hamburg and figure it out as we go into the January transfer window. 23 grand a week, not too bad. I'm excited about this. Just checking out the squad, taking control of a team halfway through the Schweizer Bundesliga season. It's like the game knows, like Germany is definitely one of my favorite leagues. We did the Kaiserslautern save, of course. And yeah, we'll see how things play out. It could be interesting for us to play a season in the Bundesliga, but at the same time, I think it would also be cool to, you know, go from the second Bundesliga and then we could jump over to like Portugal, Netherlands, some other popular countries, but not necessarily top 5 countries. So it looks like we're greeted with a... Yo, that's interesting. So when you accept an offer from another club, you're greeted with another homegrown player. That's honestly super surprising. You guys are finding things out live here. Okay, never mind. Vlasic is definitely not the same potential as our homegrown player. I'm not sure what the game's about then. Like, he's not even the best one in our youth academy. But yeah, let's move forward. Oh, it's Leibold as well who greets us. I hope whoever suggested Leibold gets to see him here. Yeah, the homegrown players from the pre-order. If you buy either the Champions or Ultimate Edition, you get an extra player. But this is the Hamburg squad. They were very generous to offer us the job when they are top of the table, for sure. But this is a decent team, for sure. See if we have any good younger players. I think Jung is, 26, not bad. Yeah, I didn't realize they have Simon Tarota. This is kind of like an older Hamburg squad, so kind of good for us to take control of and bring in some younger players. Jota seems to be our youngest in the starting 11. This guy looks pretty good. Opoku? Yeah, we definitely need to bring in some younger players into this team. Ah, Cosmic, there you go. Yeah, Wagnerman, apparently he left, huh? Meanwhile, risk of losing 3 players. Let's quickly sort that out. Yo, Bobby Wood expiring on the contract as well. What's going on here? Why can I not offer him a contract? Apparently he's already leaving. All right. So the manager must have accepted a transfer offer while I wasn't here. That's kind of disappointing. Leibold for captain. Yeah. Appreciate the 19 crown donation on set. Nord, also, I think you're going to be excited about the emotes as well. I've sorted out a couple of good ones, and I think as like more people join the membership program, we get to unlock more. So yeah, hopefully something we figure out over time. Okay, that's all sorted out. No players leaving on a pre-contract. We'll go ahead and attend these press conferences just so that we can get morale up. Yeah, once we get into the transfer window, we can definitely start highlighting a few player suggestions. But to be honest, for a second Bundesliga team, like, we have some very good overalls. Long term, this Hamburg squad might be in trouble because they have older players, but we can definitely get on up to the Bundesliga. And, you know, if we just sign some younger players like Jordan Morris, then we can be sorted. Yeah, English youngsters of the Bundesliga is another shout for sure. Anyways, let's get to January 1st. Hopefully things work out. I don't know how like the MLS transfer policy goes in terms of like players leaving to other clubs. I feel like you should be able to. Otherwise, we'll sort something out with like a loan or offer to buy. And Robinson. I guess we can just search by Inter Miami. It's going to be a midfielder. He's got a market value of 12 million according to the game. We know that it's 5. But essentially, I'm going to pay whatever they want. We have 19 in the transfer budget. Okay, 12.8. Okay, how do you go from 12.8 to 15? Okay. They want this sell-on clause, which is fine. Actually, let's boost the sell-on clause up because we don't care. If he moves to another club, it's Hamburg's loss, not ours. How will you bring him to another club if you're doing a new club every season? Well, hopefully what we can do is make it so that we can assign like a release clause or something like that. What I was hoping to do is we can just do swap deals. It'll be super easy. But because of the MLS schedule, it wasn't able to work out. Okay, finally we sort that out. We'll short out some wages. Do like 15, 20 grand for him probably. We'll say he's a rotational player. Hopefully he's okay with that. Crucial first team player. What is he talking about, dude? You're 74 rated. I mean, we have to accept it, but that's wild. Okay, so he wants a crucial first team player and 1.3 for the wages. Yeah, the key thing, Cosmic Sword, is the sell-on clause. Essentially, that won't take a hit on us because we're not going to stay with Hamburg, but for some reason, it works out. Santiago, what's going on, man? Glad you're able to hop into the stream today. Of course, we're going to accept that. That is like nothing for the wages. Nord with the 50 crown donation. The number is 3. Is that in regards to the next stream? Yeah, we're counting down the days. But there you go, Jeremy Robinson. Apparently his value's just been boosted. Sign Robinson from Fulham. Yeah, there's get all the Robinsons into the team. Although, to be fair, we did have Anthony Robinson on the short list. I'm not sure if that'll carry over. Ah, squad number is 3. There you go. Yeah, he's going to fit right into the team, though, to be fair. Like, we've got this dude right now. 31 years old. Boom. I believe he's left-footed, so we'll play him over there. He's got 5-star weak foot, so actually we can either use him as a right center mid or as a center attacking mid. The 5-star might be a vibe. Honestly, we can move him around wherever we need. But essentially, that is going to be the Hamburg squad that we use for the next stream, starting on Monday. We can get some more transfer suggestions going on then, once some more people get around, but yeah, I think that's going to be just about it for the stream today. I appreciate all the support, Nord, with the 50 crown donation again, and hopefully you're a fan of the membership emotes. Yeah, it is a little bit expensive, James, but you know, it is what we have to do. And to be fair, it is the kind of player that we want to bring into the team, and it's hopefully just going to be for this first season that we have to do that sort of thing. It's just the way that the schedule worked out. Yeah, and I'm sorry that the stream has to come to an end when you just joined, but I don't want to start today. I want to make sure that we start the stream on Monday with Hamburg. Unless there are like some players you want me to check out, we could maybe look into some regens starting in the next stream, but I think that's going to be about it for today. Appreciate all of you that did stop by. Really excited to start this off with Hamburg. I think it's going to be a great Zweiter Bundesliga season. And also have a good rest of your weekend. If you've already started your weekend, if you're like in Australia, or if you're here in the States like me, hope you have a good rest of your Friday and a good weekend. I'll catch you guys on Monday for the Hamburg Journeyman Career Mode stream Season 2.